And small businesses have certainly taken a hit as many were forced to close temporarily because of the coronavirus pandemic. But Congress has provided some relief for them. Rebecca Heimlich from the Finney Law Firm joins us to tell us what help is available this morning. Good morning, Rebecca. Thanks for joining us. We've talked a lot about the payroll protection program. How is that going? I know you're helping people enroll in that.
Yes, well, the reports are that there are over 500,000 small businesses that have applied for, and many of which have received the loans, well, the forgivable loans, and that about $150 billion has already been given out. I know that there has been some hiccups at the banks. It's a program that was only passed 2 weeks ago, and it's been implemented very quickly.
And we also know, too, the help for the independent contractors. Those are people like, hairdressers, other people who maybe are self-employed. That was supposed to take effect yesterday. So do we have any news on that this morning?
That, in fact, was supposed to take effect yesterday, and I'm assuming at some banks that it did. The guidance that was given by the Small Business Administration and the Treasury about a week and a half ago now was that with respect to independent contractors and self-employed, that they would be able to get forgivable loans for their wages, commissions, income, and net earnings. Now, how that's defined has not been as clearly defined by the SBA and the Treasury as how payroll for small businesses have been defined. But what I recommend is that these independent contractors and self-employed folks just call their banks and see what their banks are directing them on what it is that they need to let them know.
And have you had a lot of people coming to you? You guys are a law firm. You do a lot of different things there. Have you had a lot of small business owners coming to you looking for help, hoping to speed up that process?
Absolutely. We've had a lot of folks come to us. When the bill was passed 2 weeks ago, that night, our firm had a blog up explaining the help that could be given to small businesses. And we've been trying over the last couple of weeks to get that word out and make sure that small businesses are aware. So I think we've done 28 blogs on the CARES Act and the other relief to small businesses, as well as we've done webinars, and I've taken calls every day. I've helped some of our clients through the process as they're going through it with their bank. And so, yes, definitely, there are a lot of folks with small businesses out there who are asking for help.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems like they're pretty frustrated too. I know I've heard from a couple who, and you may not be able to speak to this necessarily, but I've heard to a couple who are pretty frustrated with the situation right now. Are you able to offer them any reassurance that this is going to tide them over until things get back to normal, whenever they get back to normal?
Well, the purpose of the program is to do exactly that. The goal is to keep employees employed and keep the payroll moving. And once you receive the loan, the goal is to cover payroll for the next 8 weeks. And so, in fact, in order to be forgivable, 75% of the loan has to be spent on payroll. The remaining 25% can be spent on mortgage interest or rent or utilities. And we have already talked to some folks who have gotten their loans. We talked to a small business that applied last Saturday and got their loans as early as Thursday this week. So the money is moving, and it really at this point depends upon, whether your bank is taking applications yet for your type of business and how quickly that process is going. And in fact, the Small Business Administration actually shut down their portal last night from midnight to 6 a.m. this morning to do some maintenance on it, but hopefully it's back up and running now.
Great. Thanks so much, Rebecca Heimlich, for getting up with us this morning. We really appreciate it. Have a good morning.